Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well, and I hope you've listened up because I am now going to discuss two events that I've seen so much misinformation on and all of this crap from the right side. I don't understand it. First things first, when you see something and you jump as an influencer and start spouting without the correct information, that's called misinformation. It's a lie. Well, I didn't know then that's what critical thinking is about. Someone says something, you hear it, and you're like, that just don't sound right. Then you investigate. And then as an influencer, you share the truth. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm sharing some truth with you. I am so frustrated right now. I could just punch someone. First things first, I'm going to talk about me. I am almost 6 foot tall. My frame is built like a Neanderthal, basically. And I do have very large bones. And I do have a huge muscular set. I don't have hips, but I have big old boobies. However, that's not what's important. What's important is my shoulder structure. It's probably hard at this angle to see, but my shoulders are very, very big. Very wide. And my arms are very, very long. My arms are almost as long as my legs. I have an unbelievable reach. I can reach out and tap you, okay? When I worked at the feed mill, I gained muscle. This here is after years of not doing anything, and I still have that square, muscular build. Okay? I can hit a man like a man, and I can hit a woman like a man. I have both. And I've been hit. But to say that the boxer from Algeria is a transgender without knowing any facts, that's misinformation and that is a lie. That is a lie. When I was 5 years old, my dad got into boxing, karate first, then boxing. Once he mastered his karate, he went into kickboxing and boxing. Okay? Now, at 5 years old, he hung a heavy bag in a spare room. That was his workout room, skipping rope, working out, speed bag, all of it. And guess what? I was right there with him. I started kicking that heavy bag and working out on that heavy bag. I stretched out with Dad. I sparred with Dad. When I was 11 years old, my dad was training some kids in the garage, boys. They were probably 12, 13, 14. They were teenage boys. I was 11 years old. I was 11. Apparently, they weren't doing what he wanted. They were silly, acting, goofing around, not really being serious. All I know is Dad came into the bedroom and said, "Hey, I need your help." And I'm like, what? You know, I'm like playing, reading, playing with my, I don't know, something. He says, "I need your help." So we left my bedroom and we're standing in the kitchen before we went out to the garage where he had his workout area. And he looks at me and says, "Okay." He says, "If you can ever do anything for me now, I need you to kick these boys' butts into shape." He says, "They're not doing what I need them to do. They're not taking it serious. I need you to spar with them." And I'm like, no. He says, no is a yes. So I went down there and I sparred every one of them boys. And every one of them boys I put on the mat and stepped back because they didn't have the talent. But they learned the talent because you know why? A little girl came in and kicked their butts. This woman that you accuse of being a transgender, she has feelings. And the reason that you are so into she's transgender is not just her physical appearance, but it's the fact that she had beat a Russian boxer and they set out with a misinformation plan to ruin her career. I'm not going to get into the XY chromosome genetic. I don't want to say, I'll say disorders, even though I don't think it causes much difference. But I have a lot of facial hair. We're not talking peach fuzz. We're talking like if I was a man, all of this here is like man hair. I can't control it. It's my genetics. So if I try to get rid of it while it's trying to grow back in, then I get infected bristle hairs. So I can't pull them because I need to have the skin heal around them, and then I try again. That's upsetting to me. Okay? Because it does look like I could possibly be a transgender, except for the fact that I have huge boobs. But it's hurtful when people talk about your appearance. When people accuse you of being something that you're not in a derogatory way because you just kicked someone's ass in 46 seconds, I can tell you right now, I could hit you like a man. I can take a hit like a man. I have taken hits like a man. When I was 16 years old, on my 16th birthday, I had a date with my boyfriend. He was going to take me to a fancy restaurant, had the dozen roses, or 16 roses. I was babysitting my little brother because my stepmother was at the playhouse ushering plays. And my dad was supposedly on a business dinner that went over. When he got home, I was furious. This was my 16th birthday, sweet 16. Had a date. It was my birthday. And he came in, and he'd been drinking, which I wasn't used to because there was a amount of time where my dad didn't drink, but at this point in time, he was kind of drinking a little more. He says, "So, you want to fight about it?" Okay. I was pissed. My dad went and got 2 sets of boxing gloves, gave me a set, he took a set. 16th birthday, 11 o'clock at night, I'm sparring with my dad in the living room. He dropped his guard for a second to sneer and kind of give me that, okay. I knocked him to his knees with boxing gloves on. He didn't expect it, but he trained me. When he got up off the floor, you know what he said? "I'm done." He says, "You know what? I'll pay for your date." So let this be a lesson. When you talk about women being manly, here we are. Here we are. It doesn't mean we're men. But at almost 6 foot tall and built the way I'm built, in my 20s, I was a force to be reckoned with. So when you go and you start spreading misinformation, you can ruin people's lives and integrity and character. You know? Just like what they tried to do to Simone, who is a phenomenal, look at all the gold medals. Oh my gosh. Because she left the Olympics for a while to get her mind right. Look how much backlash. that cost her life. And now she's proven to you that she can win gold again. All right, that's it. All I can say is there's more than her out there. Bye, y'all. Hugs from a distance. Better stay at a distance. An arm's reach.